in the digital button presses to the control system. So we created this enable video wall button, and the first thing we're going to do here is we select from this drop down list our button, enable video wall, and we select our switch type, in this case color, meaning that it's going to give us a feedback is going to change to this color. If we were to do image, we could select an image so that this would change to an image once the control system sent the feedback high. Alright, we'll keep that on color to show the feedback. Okay, so this list here, you create this in the touch panel enumeration file. Okay, so this class here, it basically has your analogs, your serial, and your digitals. So digitals being your button presses, serial meaning text, such as this dynamic text up here where it says panel location can be set from the control system. And then your analog, typically used for volume levels. Okay, so we have our human readable names here in the enum. Enable video wall is going to send an integer value of 112 to the control system, and so we're going to process that here on this user interface class that I created. Okay, so in order to process the button presses, we'll drop in our control system library, and what I've done here is created a new instance of presses, which handles all of our button presses for the link between the touch panels and the control system. And I've created a touch panel function here with a switch case. Okay, so when we get 112 that's passed in, it's going to find that match. Okay, 112 right here, and then we can add in our code to basically change the, let's say, the decoders, right? We have decoders behind the displays. We want to reconfigure them for video wall mode to stretch that image across the video wall, across all screens. So we could add that code in here to do so. To show that the wall is in video wall mode, we want to do feedback. So we have to manually add in our feedback. So we have presses.sendPress. This is a function inside that class. And then we're going to send the button value, right? So we're going to send 112 as the button we want to set feedback. And we have two options, 0 or 1. 0 meaning low and 1 meaning high. So it's going to set this high. And then all this is going to be handled in the background. And it's going to set this button to blue. Okay, so this gives us the ability to do real-time feedback. Real-time feedback based on this, we could actually trigger the video wall and then look for an OK command from that video wall processor to tell us that it's indeed in video wall mode, at which point we could then set the touch panel feedback. So whichever one works for you. And just as a further example, you can see here I have 102, 103, 104. These are the three buttons for the video source selector: local PC, tabletop HDMI, and wireless bring your own device. So this is going to be intended for the video switcher. So local PC, right, this is like a interlock. When we press one button, then the other two will go low. So there can only be one high at a time. In order to do that, we just essentially handle the feedback here. Okay, so you press 102, it's going to go high, and it's going to set the others low. And then, of course, we're going to send the command to the video switcher to do the appropriate switching. Okay, so that's essentially, in a nutshell, how to set feedback on these buttons.